boys and girls. Today marks a very important day in the life of all my Jewish friends, myself included. Last night we began a holiday called Passover. Passover is when a long, long time ago the Jews were slaves in the land of Egypt. We escaped the evil Pharaoh, but we didn't have enough time to bake our bread. So instead, we made this special bread, and it's called Matzah. If you've never tried it, you'll have to sometime. My story today is all about matzah. It's called the Little Red Hen and the Passover Matzah. The year was passing. The little red hen could feel the change of the seasons in the tips of her tail feathers. She could smell the barnyard air. She could see it on her calendar. Oi, gewalt, explained the little red hen, thinking ahead to spring. Before I know it, it will be time for Passover. I will need some matzah for my Seder dinner, and that begins with some grains of wheat. For those of you that don't know what a Seder is, it's a very special time when we all get together for a very important meal. This year, we're all having Seders in our own home, but we're trying to keep in touch with each other through our Facebook and our Zoom. In a corner of the chicken coop, the little red hen kept a small pile of grains safe from wind and water. She gathered them now and went to find her friends. Such friends she had, always ready to lend a hand. Who will help me plant these grains, she asked. Not I, said the sheep. Sorry, bub, said the horse. Think again, said the dog, a little bit rudely. The little red hen was not happy. Okay, she grumbled. I should worry. I'll just do it myself. And the little red hen planted those grains. Months passed. The sun shone, the rain fell, and the grain grew tall. The little red hen waited patiently. Finally, there was a field of wheat ready to be harvested. The little red hen went to find her friends. This time, she was sure they would lend a hand. Who will help me cut the wheat, she asked. Not I, said the sheep. Sorry, bub, said the horse. Think again, said the dog, a little bit rudely. We're your friends, not your servants. The little red hen was definitely not happy. Friends, schmens, she muttered. I'll just do it myself. And the little red hen cut the wheat. The wheat was ready for the mill. The little red hen gathered it together and went to find her friends. They won't disappoint me again, she told herself confidently. Who will help me carry this wheat to the mill, she asked them. Not I, said the sheep. Sorry, bub, said the horse. Think again, said the dog, a little bit rudely. We're resting. The little red hen was really not happy this time. I should live so long, she kvetched, to see this bunch of lazy no-goodwicks putting in an honest day's work. I'll just do it myself. The little red hen took the wheat to a Passover mill, where a miller ground it into flour. Then she schlepped the flour back home in a big, heavy sack, clucking to herself the whole way. Before she knew it, it was spring, the morning of the first night of Passover. The little red hen had cleaned her house top to bottom. There wasn't a crumb of bread to be found anywhere. Time to make the matzah, the little red hen announced to her friends. Who wants to help? Everyone deserves a second or fourth chance, she reminded herself. But what do you think the little red hen heard? Not I, said the sheep. Sorry, bub, said the horse. Ha ha, laughed the dog more than a little bit rudely. Think again. The little red hen was not happy. She was not surprised either. Okay, so I should starve? I'll just make it myself. The little red hen washed up carefully. She put a big bowl on the kitchen table. Then she set her timer. According to Jewish law, Passover matzah had to be finished in just 18 minutes. The little red hen mixed her flour and water quickly. She kneaded it quickly. She rolled out it nice and flat, quickly. And then she pricked it all over. Prickly. She put it into the oven to bake. Ding! The matzah was ready in just time. Then the little red hen prepared the Seder dinner. She boiled eggs, she simmered soup, she mixed gefilte fish, she washed parsley, chopped apples and nuts, and stirred batter for a special cake. Finally, she set the table, putting a beautiful Passover Haggadah on each plate and an extra chair for Elijah the prophet, should he decide to come, God willing. She finished with a covered plate of homemade matzah. The little red hen sat in a chair and waited. When the sun began to set in the evening sky, there was a knock on the door. Can you guess who was standing there? Bah! Nay! Woof! We're finished, they said to the little red hen. What is for dinner? You've got to be kidding, scolded the little red hen. What chutzpah! You didn't help me plant the grain when I asked you. You didn't help me harvest the wheat, or carry it to the mill, or take it back home again. You didn't even help me bake the matzah. So tell me, why should I share my Seder with the likes of you? Now, what do you think she's going to do? Think back to the other story that you heard me read a couple weeks ago. Let's see if she does the same thing. Sheep, horse, and dog couldn't think of a thing to say. The little red hen was right. They hadn't been very good friends. The three animals silently hung their heads in shame. The little red hen was quiet too. Now, I should invite them to my Seder, she thought. And then she remembered the words written in the Passover Haggadah. Yet all those who are hungry come and eat. She looked at her friends. They looked hungry. Besides, the little red hen was a good egg. She was a mensch. A mensch forgives. And why are you just standing there, she said. Come on in. And so, together, the friends celebrated the holiday. They noshed on tasty, crunchy matzah. And when the Seder was over, and all the planting and the harvesting, and the schlepping and the cleaning and the baking and the feasting, just who do you think had to wash all those dishes? Make a guess. Not I, said the little red hen. I hope you liked the version of the little chicken that could, or manana iguana. This one had a little bit different ending. I think what the chicken was trying to tell you is always practice the golden rule. Do unto others the way you would want them to do unto you. Have a great night and happy Passover to those friends that are Jewish.